Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe during this pandemic. And I figured I'd throw together a little shave and we could have a little conversation at the same time. So today I'm going to be shaving with Cavendish, which is a fantastic pipe tobacco scented soap by PAA. And it's very nice. It smells amazing. I'm going to be using the matching aftershave splash as well. My brush today is going to be this AMACK for shaving, and Anthony McKenzie made this for me, and it's got a 24 millimeter big cypress. So I'm going to take some of my bloom water. I like to use the bloom water to kind of like just raise the stubble on my face, kind of prep my beard. I'll pour out the remainder of the bloom water, and then I will build a lather in my soap. This knot just is fantastic. It loads like crazy. I'm going to take a little bit of this soap and whatever's left loose and just put it on my face. So I hope everyone is staying safe and following the guidelines that your state has provided, or even if you're in another country, Italy, or I know we have lots of guys in the shave community from all over the world. So I want to make sure that everybody is staying safe and following the guidelines, washing your hands, using hand sanitizer, staying in, kind of like not going out if you don't have to for essentials, things like that. And just all around, just being safe is really what it's all about. My daughter is a nurse, and she works at through Memorial Healthcare Services. So she gives me a lot of information about staying safe and being prepared. My razor is this Wade & Butcher, and it's a barber's choice, or whatever they call it. I'm not really sure. I have so many different ones, but it's a very nice one. It's like a 7/8, maybe 8/8. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do a quick shave, a couple of passes while I talk to you guys. I did strop this on a Robert Malski strop, which is some of my favorite strops. And Wade & Butcher steel stays beveled and holds a really good edge for quite a long time. So there's quite a few crazy things going on in the world right now. Between just the pandemic, you also have people like hoarding toilet paper and guns and ammunition and masks, all kinds of stuff, gloves. And you don't need to really hoard that stuff, but just be cognizant that you're not going to run out. The grocery stores are still open. The pharmacies are still open. So, prepare yourself properly, but, don't hoard, because you're kind of taken away from the people that might need them the most, the elderly or the infants that might need that stuff. So just make sure that you have what you need, but don't go overly crazy when it comes to picking up stuff. I also, I go shopping and I'll pick up cold cuts and make sure you stretch your skin when you're shaving. I always found that if I stretched my skin, I can get away with 2 passes instead of 3, or just 2 in a cleanup. But going back to this pandemic, stay inside if you can. If you can work from home, then work from home. If you don't have the ability to work from home, I totally understand what's going on in the world right now, where people are home and they don't have any money coming in because they can't go to work. But do the best that you can with the situation you have, and let's just hope that the government and and all of the people that are like in charge of making sure that we're safe can keep us safe. The last thing that I want to hear is any of my friends, any of my Facebook friends or YouTube friends or family or close friends having an issue with getting sick because they went out and they're not following the proper procedures. I go out to Publix, I go out shopping with my wife, I bring hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes, and I'll wipe down the cart handles and make sure that I don't touch anything I shouldn't, and I don't manhandle all of the foods so that, people walking by, they're going to freak out a little bit if they see you touching all of the containers and all of the different stuff and not buying it. So think about what you want to get, then pull it off the shelf and put it in your cart, and, mainly just be cognizant of what's going on so that you don't end up, catching it, this virus, which is terrible. It's a terrible virus. And I know that, everybody's saying, well, the flu is much worse, and I know that, but this is just another version of a flu that we're having issues kind of getting rid of, and people are not, look at the people in, spring breakers that are coming down and saying foolish stuff and, doing foolish things, and then when they go home, they're finding out that they have contracted the positive of this virus, and they're bringing it home to their families, which is just a terrible thing to do. It's terrible to be so inconsiderate of your family that you would prefer to make believe it doesn't exist, or partying and drinking is too much fun and you can't afford to stop having that fun. So please be safe, be cautious. There's lots of people out there that are getting this. The other thing that's going absolutely bonkers right now is gun sales. Guys that have never shot a gun, never fired a shotgun, never picked up a weapon in their lives are going into gun shops and they're buying up everything. And it's very disheartening and concerning with no training that all these people feel that they're going to be adequately equipped to use these weapons. You want to protect your family, and I totally understand that, and I believe you should have the right, you have the right to protect your family, but you need to have training as well. I really don't want you to think that you're going to go out and be able to just buy a handgun and a bunch of ammunition and go home and know how to use it. You need to really understand how your handgun operates, which one is best for you. There's so many different things, and it's all about training. It's all about knowing the rules of engagement, the rules of safety, understanding how to take care of your firearms. I can't tell you how many people down here in Florida that I've talked to that have told me, hey, I went down to the gun shop to buy a 12 gauge and they don't have any guns in the shop, no shotguns, no rifles. You know, if you find any, could you let me know? And it's very dangerous. It really is, because these are people that have no idea. And most of them were anti-gun to begin with, and now they find the need to protect their families, and they're changing their thought pattern a little bit, which is okay with me. I don't mind if people decide that they think that owning a firearm is a good thing, because it is, in my opinion. You should have a way of protecting your family, but you need to do it safely. You don't need a concealed weapons permit to own a gun, but you do need common sense. And, you know, I hope that everybody out there that sees this video understands about the common sense. I think I'm going to be good with 2 passes. I'm home this whole week. I'm not going anywhere. I am containing myself at home as the CDC and everybody asks to not go out. It's like a 7/8 or 8/8 Wade & Butcher. It's a very nice razor, and it's one in my collection. And my brush today is just fantastic. It's an Anthony Mackenzie AMACK for shaving, 24 millimeter Big Cypress, 3-band silver tip. It's a fantastic, fantastic brush. The soap, I can't say enough for the soap, because I'm a huge fan of many soap makers, but this one in particular, PAA, they have like, in my top 10, probably 5 of them are PAA soaps. And this is Cavendish. And if you haven't tried it, it's fantastic. It's a really nice smoky pipe tobacco scent. And it's not overbearing, and it's not too cherry. It's perfect. So if you haven't tried it, absolutely do. I'm going to finish off my shave with a little bit of this aftershave splash. And very nice. And again, I said, you know, I'm only doing 2 passes because I'm stuck at home. So until we meet again, please be safe, have a great shave, and everybody hunker down. This should be over soon, I hope. Take care, my friends.